It's important that we get back on track because we're losing. Every day that you are not participating in life, we are losing. And I say we because nobody here was born to be an island. All of us are meant to impact somebody somewhere, somehow. You know, when God implants a vision in somebody, he has a dual effect towards it. Your vision is meant to nourish and fulfill you, but in the process of nourishing and fulfill you, it's meant to answer prayers to other people. So every time I participate in my calling, my purpose, my vision, I'm being nourished, I'm being fulfilled, but they are being helped as well. Their prayers are being answered as well. So the moment I stop, their prayers stop being answered. So it's fundamentally important that you approach life with that mindset and that understanding that as much as you would love for it to be just about you, it's not. Right? As much as you would love to stay in that place where it's all about you, your worries are just all about you, you're like, I also need a break. The reality of the matter is, for every day that you are off duty, we're losing. And I see it every single day. Like, I won't coach on certain days formally, but I'm coaching every single day of my life because people don't get to choose when life happens to them. So on the days where I'm taking a day off, something on my WhatsApp will creep in, a conversation needs to take place, because whether you take a day off or not, we're losing. And the sad part about this, and I really want to drive this point home, is not only are we losing, but we started from a losing place. As black people, we started behind. So the more we are not engaging with our purpose, the more we are not engaging with who we are meant to be, the further behind we get. And there's such an urgency. You know, I was having a conversation with someone and they were like, you're putting so much pressure on these young people. And I was like, yes, because nobody else is. And we are losing. It's so easy to put off maturity, right? It's very easy to put off maturity. But what you don't realize is the more you put it off, the more it accrues. All right? The silliness, the lack of effectiveness, it accrues. So you could think to yourself, it's my 20s, let me blow them, let me have fun. But when you get to 30, 30 is going to demand for you to be at a certain place. 30 is going to say, I don't care if you had fun or not, you got bills to pay. You got things to do. You were meant to be at a certain place. So it's fundamentally important, and that's why we called it breakfast of champions, not breakfast of average, not breakfast of everybody, not breakfast of lackluster. We are going to have hard conversations because we are saying for the next generations to be able to have a better life, we are the champions that are going to do something about it. It's not about waiting for the government. It's not even about waiting for our parents, because some of us, our parents said deuces a long time ago and they living their best life. Right? But if we are going to be able to have the kind of lives that we desire and make sure the guys that are coming behind us have those lives as well, we need to do something about it. We need to get back on track. The year and a half has been rough. It's been absolutely rough. We've lost people. We've lost lives, we've lost opportunities, we've lost so much time, but we can't keep staying in that place of loss. At some point, even if you don't feel like it, you have to get back on track. You absolutely have to get back on track. And the first point that I want to say is, our feelings matter, but they don't count. That's my first point. Our feelings matter. Right? It matters. I'm not here to say, your feelings don't matter. They matter, Mudas. But for where we are going, they don't count. Because if we operate by feelings and purely by feelings, I'm not here today. I don't want to lie to you. I'm not here today. I text them in the morning. I'm like, guys, the way I'm feeling right now, I know. Take pictures. Take pictures. I had a hectic week. Physically wasn't necessarily at my best. Had to drive from Pretoria to the Val yesterday, from the Val back this morning. There's recording that we're doing after this. Like, if I operate on feelings, none of this happens. If I'm operating on feelings, all of you who have impacted, that impact, you minus it from your life. Because most of the time, we have to do what we have to do past our feelings. So they matter. It matters that it hurt you, yes. Take the time to embrace and acknowledge how it impacted you. I'm not saying overlook them altogether, but don't live there. Because for where we are going, you can't exchange your feelings for your destiny. Every day I see young people exchanging their feelings for their destiny. Because society has given you this notion that if it doesn't feel right, don't do it. Right? It doesn't feel right anymore. This relationship doesn't feel right anymore. And then you quit. This qualification, I'm not getting the right vibe from it anymore.
It's about energy.
Right? The energies don't match, yeah. Because you stop getting charged. For the past 2 weeks, I've been having conversations with mentors that have accomplished things 10 times more than I've accomplished, because I wanted to extrapolate certain value from them. And I asked them each a question when it comes to this concept of feelings. And they consistently told me, I've had to do more things that I don't feel like doing than things that I felt like doing. Anybody who's accomplished anything worth celebrating has had to do it in a situation where, and in a place where they don't feel like it more than when they felt like it. But what is society and social media telling us? It must always feel right. If it doesn't feel right, don't do it. Go with the flow. If you wake up and the flow isn't right, then don't wake up.
Self-care.
Right? And then they masquerade it with self-care. But now let me ask you this question. How do you then feel if the whole year you spend in your feelings, when you get to December and you didn't accomplish the goals that you wanted to accomplish? And your life is still stuck in the same place that it was when the year began. And financially you still can't do the things that you wanted to do. How much self-care is that? And where's your mental health in that space? I said this on one of our Saturday call. Just because the thought is noble doesn't mean we mustn't criticize it. It may be noble to think that it's self-care. That it would be self-care for me to be sitting in the couch right now, watching live, letting Leslie speak, and be like, guys, self-care, we gotta take care of ourselves. Right? It would be so beautiful, right, Peño? But come at the end of the day, you guys would have been disappointed because the reason you came here wasn't fulfilled.